What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showcasing the another Eldlich deck profile. This time is post Banlist, which is our sanguine verte 2 and the loss of verte and imperial order. And I got third place in my previous locals during Nessus rankings. I lost at the final round because my opponent top decks the Feather Duster, and I could have prevented it, but I didn't. And yes, it mentioned that it was a pre-ban list, but I used the new ban list anyways. I cut the sanguine 2, no verte, no imperial, but it is still a pretty decent consistent deck, I believe, as the result is quite obvious. I got third place without any problems. So without further ado, let's go into the profile. I switched up a little bit of things, not that much of talked about. Of course, not without the triple Eldlich the Golden Lords. You must play 3 because you need to grind with your opponent. You have to play 3. I tried to cut down to 2, but it was a big mistake, so never done that again. One Albert, this is another Ash Baits. It's such an Albas fusion, which is everything that people don't want to see in the game, because if you have a Branded fusion, you get a Eldritch interruption and a floaters. And with the bricks is 2 Fallen Albas. To me, it's not a brick. Sometimes you needed it. It's 1008 and also 1008. Sometimes you open skill drains, your opponent can't do anything, you just swing it for every turns. For the hand traps, which is the staples, triple Ash, triple Maxis, and the one ghost spell for the branded matchups, and also mirror match, which is I never face any Eldritch because I'm the only Eldritch player in my locals, except for ESDR Gaming, but he won't show up that often. That's pretty much it. That's all the monsters. Is 11 monsters. I won't change anything because you don't want too many monsters, trust me. For the spells, triple extract and one prosperities. This I don't know what this card rated to, but even if it didn't, I'm still gonna play 1 or 2 because since you're playing the, speaking of branded fusions, you don't want to waste that many of your extra decks, so you want to save as much as possible. I got one game I played with the Cyber Dragons. I used up all my 15 extra decks. I did open this as well, but I'm still able to win that game because I pushed with the Eldritch. I push forward, because if you don't have any extra decks, you got nothing to spare. This is just another fodders for your Eldritch to come back up or send cards. So it doesn't matter if you dead draw this, it's never a dead draw. And the 2 Cursed Outland, this card probably won't back to 2 or back to 3. 1 black, 1 white, and 2 call by. I didn't play black or white, and since sanguine is gone, you want another name for the floaters, so I added these 2 instead. And this is kind of nice if you have the golden land cards and you open this, and once you special summon your Mirror J, you have this, you still have your Eldritch. You don't have to revive back, or you can just another fodder bring it back to set your interruptions. For call by, I last minute play this because I terrified of Maxis. Ash Blossom doesn't really do much. If you Ash my Branded Fusion, well, I have so many baits to bait the Ash Blossom, so I already have preparations to take that Ash already, so I just wanted to stop the Maxis, because if you Maxis, you're gonna stop with 1 fusions, which is not that nice. And also side up, I probably side up because I won't be using special summons. For traps, this is the standards, well, set phase for the sanguines, but it doesn't matter. Branded fusion is my sanguines because you activate this, you send it to the graveyard, and you already have your Eldritch. He just doesn't special summon. You just don't want to grind that long. This is a standard lineups. I'm not gonna change anything. This for now is performed even much because most of the time you want to bring it out to make these floaters, but now with branded fusions, if you like send this and then you bring back, use the elixir to bring another one, and this curse becomes more alive. So that's pretty much it of the lineup. And now for the staples, vanities, 1 skill, 3 skill drain, and 3 solos. No imperial order, sad face. This worst going second, but I choose to play anyway because yes, it's a fodder, so you might need it. That's all for the main deck. Is 41, and yes, this I don't know why it overperformed that day. I used to think this card not that impact because most of the time people just can play through it, especially in OCG style, but yesterday is overperformed except for the Outer Guys matchup, which is doesn't do anything. And now for the extra decks. The extra decks do the most important stuff because you play the branded stuff and also you can extend with it. I'll show you guys why. One Link Spider, you wanted to make sure your golden land cards to floats. One Vampire Circle, this card I never made this because I was hoping there was a mirror match so I can use this, but there's never one. One Liner, this is for the Link Times, and also it's the light is bait up. Sometimes you want it to search something, but I never did. My opponents thought I would. So 2 good stuff max and 1 play this. This overperform. I use it almost every single game to win games. Well, for play this, I never won it. So there's a chance I might needed this to bait some things, but in the end I didn't. I keep my Haquero and Conquistador on the field to bait my opponents and tempting that I have forever got the lot, but I didn't, but they choose to believe it. So as for the fusions, the fusion is not that hard to know. 3 Albion, 3 Mirror Jade, 2 Rebellion, and 1 Renatus. Renatus is for the Sorcerer matchup because most of my locals, they not really just end with Chixiao or Baroness. Sometimes they end with Moonblood Rose or the Dragite, so I can just super poly with this, or most of the time just send it off with the Mirror Jade to get a free search. This I made once to shuffle these 2 backs and then made it again. And well, for Albion, well, you know what it does. This is the standard lineups. If you play Extravagance, you must play full at least 9, so you won't banish all of them, but I never did, and hopefully never will. And now for this side deck, this is the important part. Most of my side deck did fantastic job that day, especially this, which is the triple inspect borders. I won a couple of matches with this because I summoned this, and opponent usually against control deck summon this, they can't do anything, and especially during the Tenyi matchups, I summon this, they can't Baroness because their level 7 can't splash down. Except if they have the Adventurer, aka Brave Engines, then I might need to lose that round. Because mostly I side up all my branded stuff, I side this in, their Maxi is useless, their Ash is useless, I just summon this, and then they just have to let me pass. And for going second Enthusiasm, the triple Lava Golems, it performed once. This is really nice. Some of the people don't know that this card you can Lava Golem it, and then you can just Lava Golem again with another Lava Golem. Some people don't. Well, I did that once, and of course it is really cool. And the last minute add-on, I played double DD Crow. I was playing Ghost Bell, but I thought about it. Ghost Bells, you get restricted by the once per turns, and also if there's a Invoke or Shadow lineup, I might lose in by default because of the meltdown. So I choose to play DD Crow instead. You banishing stuff is not once per turn. You can send 2, and then you win Call by the Graves. So 1 Duster, I never drew it, but I hope I did. And evenly, I never use it. By the time I draw this, my opponent is already half dead because he bricked it. I summoned the inside border. He can't break it. I kept this in hand all the time and I didn't even use it. And the 3N test by fragrance, I used it once against Drytron. He just can't break through it. He can't reach your summons. He just summoned the Mu Beta and then I'll just easy clear that queue for games. Okay, so guys, that's it for the profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. This following weeks we have another locals rankings, but I won't be playing this list anymore. I'm playing the other playstyle, which is I still don't know which is this. I have it on my mind. It's on paper. It's kind of nice, but I need to test out this weekend. I'll be posting that list this Saturday, fastest by night, I presume. And hope see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoy this list, and if you guys got any recommendation or any staples, any playstyles, or any other decks you guys wanted to know, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I'll try to make the deck profiles with my teammates this weekend, and remember to like and sub. We'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.